Hi Simon, hi Kyle. Simon, after the Sixers game, you talked a bit about your team mentally checking out, having that mental fatigue. It's happened again tonight. How are you feeling after that?
No, terrible. That was an awful performance. Really disappointing. Every team's going to face some difficulties during the course of the year, and right now we're having ours. And we're not backing up on game day.
I mean, you probably won't use it as an excuse, but the injuries are really starting to bite your key men, aren't they?
Well, they have all year, and we've been able to overcome. So we've had some guys, we've had some pretty good purple patches, and when we don't have everybody performing at a high level, we get to see what we had tonight.
It's back to the drawing board. How do you snap out of this funk? That's 3 in a row now.
Yeah, I mean, we got Brisbane, quick turnaround, so we got to snap out of it quickly. I mean, the first thing you go back on, and you always you got to assess yourself on your physicality. And tonight, our physicality, we got absolutely manhandled out there. Gave up way too many O boards, 26 second chance points. I mean, that's a disaster. And so we'll start from there. Defensively, we've got to be accountable one-on-one. Can we stay in front of the ball? We weren't very good tonight. Our pick and roll defense, that was pretty poor. Can we grab that door? You guys are really loud. Thanks. Sorry, Mick. So our pick and roll defense was poor. Casper splitting us all night, getting feet in the paint, choosing how he wanted to beat us. These are the things that we'll start with, and then we'll worry about the offensive woes after that.
And Mitch was obviously a bit of a one-man show tonight. Now that the charge has been dropped, can you talk a little bit about, how it's impacted the team and how he's been and carried himself through it all?
No. I mean, it impacts the team as a distraction. But, I mean, he's been performing regardless of these things hanging over his head, and, we've moved on.
Will he start next game, or will you continue to bring him off the bench?
Most likely he will. With Kyle coming into the starting lineup, and Mitch being absent and Ben performing really well as a starter, we just felt like, okay, it gives us a little bit of impact off the bench, but we're going to have to find that impact somewhere else because we need to get some leads early. We need to get our a little bit of momentum early in the game. Right now it's we missed a couple of easy shots around the rim. We're on the back foot. We pick up some fouls. And it went negative pretty quick, so we need that strength of character out on the floor early to start. So that'll be next game.
Can you give us an injury update on especially Sykes and Brokoff? I mean, I think you thought Ryan was going to be back pretty quickly, but it seems like it might be a longer-term injury.
It was a groin, so it's usually about 3 weeks, and we're into the 3rd week. I believe he'll be training with us on Monday, so we'll get a good indication of where he's at by our game next Thursday. Sykes, Kiefer, he's a similar situation. He's been carrying a bad back for a number of weeks. We've tried him a couple of times after his foot injury. He just hasn't come good. So he's feeling better the last couple of days since we've put him on ice, and hopefully we can get him back on Monday at practice. And then hopefully that'll help Dane. He's going to be gone for a number of weeks, and Kendall will hopefully get back on the court this week as well, although that'll be a slower return. We've got to get that right. It's been hanging around with him for a little while. And it's an Achilles. We've just got to make sure that we're patient with him.
Kyle, can you talk a little bit about Mitch's impact on the group, and did his demeanour change tonight, and did he play and seem different with a weight off his shoulders?
Mitch has been performing, as Simon said, all the way throughout. You know what we're getting with Mitch, and I think it's on the rest of us to match that intensity at times. I thought the last 3 games that hasn't happened, and whether he's started or come off the bench, we've got to find a way to match that intensity with him. Mitch has been phenomenal, but as a group, O-boards, defence, physicality, as Simon said, just, really disappointing, really disappointing.
Mate, you probably get asked this every milestone that you hit, but 150 games when, I guess a development player across 3 teams and you probably had your doubters. How do you sort of feel to be, in the position that you're in now?
It's great. 150 games is, a great achievement. I'm happy with that. But as I said, it's another game tonight and a really disappointing one. So a milestone I probably won't look back on with a big smile in some ways.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, mate.
Kyle, just on Gibbo's 450th game on Sunday, can you just tell us a bit about his impact on the group and yourself as another guard?
Yeah, 450 games is incredible for any player in a lot of different sports. So to see Gibbo do that, it's been amazing. I've watched him over the years and had the opportunity to play with him when I was younger and obviously throughout the Phoenix. And he's had a tremendous impact on me as a player, always communicating, and you see that leadership throughout our group. So, 450 games is incredible, and everyone will get around him for that one.